Number 1. In post-Instagram, Henry Cavill shares an intriguing clip that seems straightforward at first glance. The Superman actor is featured in what appears to be a simple yet incredible instructional video where he builds a high-end gaming PC. However, the seemingly ordinary project takes an unexpected turn. As Henry skillfully assembles the powerful rig, the video stretches into an all-day affair, and soon night falls. That's when something unsettling happens. A mysterious face appears in the window behind him. The eerie sight quickly caught the attention of viewers. In the comments, memes flood in, with one user pointing out the strange apparition by writing, "There is a creepy face behind the window. What is that?" Henry remains silent on the matter, offering no explanation. However, others have their own theories. Miss Nightmare speculates that it might be a ghost or some unknown lurker, while Danny Maiden suggests it's nothing more than a Joker painting. Number 2. Next time you're walking through a forest, be cautious. The trees might be hiding something more sinister, like a duppy. In a video posted by Javan Ferguson in January 2020, we supposedly see proof of a duppy, a spirit or ghost from Caribbean folklore. Originating in Central Africa, duppies are believed to be malevolent spirits that haunt the living, especially at night. In the footage, a mysterious figure, referred to as a duppy woman, appears high in a tree, seemingly floating or perched on the branches. She eerily waves to something or someone beyond the camera's view, raising questions about her presence. If this isn't supernatural, how is she balancing or floating like that? And if she truly is a duppy, what ill intentions might she harbor for those who see her? The video leaves viewers with an unsettling sense of mystery and invites speculation on the spirit's true nature. Number 3. This retro arcade room is either plagued by faulty wiring or perhaps a genuine ghost. To illustrate the peculiar happenings, the owner grabs the remote for his ceiling fan and turns off the light. Almost immediately, the lights turn back on by themselves, despite him not touching the remote again. At 4 seconds into the video, we see the nearest light switches, located across the room from the distinctive shark skateboard he stands beside. So it's clear he couldn't have activated them himself. Additionally, no one else is present with him. As if that weren't strange enough, the fan also turns on independently, but initially spins in the opposite direction, which seems unusual. In another video, the light appears much brighter than usual, only to revert to normal brightness, after being turned off and back on. This time, he turns off the light and leaves the remote on the wall, stepping toward the center of the room. Surprisingly, the light switches back on before he even has a chance to set up his camera properly. Based on what I've observed, I believe these videos are genuine because nothing appears overtly fake. If this house is haunted, let's hope it's not a malevolent spirit. After all, who would want to give up such a fantastic arcade setup? I've seen enough horror movies to know where this could lead. Number 4. Surveillance cameras sometimes capture unsettling images that are hard to comprehend. Posted by a user named Dante on the Sir Spoop subreddit, this clip might make you think twice about going outside at night. Dante explains that they set up trail cameras after losing their cat while working in their garage at night. When their motion detector went off, they captured something truly eerie on camera. The footage clearly shows 2 men working in the garage, illuminated by the light, while the rest of the scene is shrouded in darkness. Suddenly, a phantom spirit drifts into view. This vapor-like apparition has a human form and glides in from the top right corner of the screen, seemingly strolling right into the frame. User MuggleMad32 comments that this is an impressive capture of an apparition, while Explore with Sunny adds that it's quite unexplainable. But is it genuinely unexplainable? And could you hold the key to the mystery? Unfortunately, the clip isn't longer, or we might have seen where this phantom was headed. Let's hope it didn't have any ill intentions toward that poor cat. Number 5. There's nothing quite like an old village to scout for some ghosts. Published in September 2015, this footage purportedly shows a ghost near some old village homes. While it's unclear where this video was filmed, it could be an old village located anywhere in the world. Let's take a closer look. The clip begins by showcasing the surrounding area of these homes, which appear to be abandoned. At first glance, nothing seems out of the ordinary. The camera follows some birds perched on a roof before panning down to capture ants scurrying on the ground. As the shot pulls up from the grass and mud, it begins to pan around the area. That's when something startling comes into view. Too quick to discern any details, an apparition dressed in all black appears briefly, standing off in the distance on some pavement. The figure remains still as the shot continues to move. What could this be? Do you believe it's a ghost? That's at least what the uploader claims, but many have debated its authenticity. Without additional footage, it will likely remain a mystery for the foreseeable future. Number 6. A man is quietly fishing alone, creating content for his fishing channel called East Coast Fishing Adventures. Unbeknownst to him, he is being watched from a distance. Partially concealed among the leaves is a figure who is not fishing and doesn't even have a rod. They simply sit on a rock, completely still, observing him. The uploader begins to sense that this could be a ghost sighting, prompting speculation about the location. It makes me wonder if he's sitting in a spot where someone may have gone under and tragically never resurfaced. The eerie presence adds an unsettling layer to an otherwise peaceful fishing expedition. Number 7. Two friends are driving down the Kerala Highway in India when they encounter what they later agree must have been a ghost. The figure is dressed entirely in white, holding something, possibly a flashlight. What makes this sighting even creepier is how the figure is intensely staring into the darkness, fixated on something unseen. They are so absorbed in whatever they're looking at that they don't even flinch as the car speeds by, just a few feet away. The figure remains frozen in place, seemingly holding their face in surprise. If this really is a ghost, it raises a chilling thought. They could be staring at the remains of their own body, left behind on the roadside. The eerie scene leaves the friends shaken and speculating about what they just witnessed. Number 8. Ghost Tales published this video in 2013 with a description reading, "Dog senses a ghost in the room, captured on film. Is the ghost actually throwing the ball?" The clip starts with a dog staring into the living room, and then suddenly she begins barking. She retreats into the kitchen, where her owner stands filming the unusual event. Slowly, the dog heads back into the living room, sniffing around cautiously. As she creeps back in, she lifts a leg tensely while peering into the room. There appears to be something draped over the table, and the dog starts barking at it. The dog then picks up a ball she finds on the floor, but quickly gets distracted by something else. Moments later, she hears a noise that makes her jump and stare again at the object on the table. After sniffing around, she's distracted once more by the ball. While the dog does seem spooked, it's unclear if the ball was actually thrown, as claimed. If you spot it in the clip, let us know in the comments. Number 9. A YouTube channel called Sanders Fam captured a bizarre sighting on their Tesla's motion tracking equipment, which they believe could be a paranormal ghost encounter. The dash icon shows a mysterious figure when no one is visibly present. What makes this even stranger is that their car has never detected invisible people before, and they happen to be driving past a cemetery at the time. The Tesla accurately detects two people in the distance at 3 minutes and 39 seconds, but the same corner continues to display the figure of someone riding a bike, seemingly dashing away from them. The family grows increasingly creeped out as they wonder what could be causing the unusual detection. That's when they realize that around the corner is the final resting place of a YouTuber named Corey Lavie. They discuss him for a while, and as they drive away, they notice there's nobody there. Yet the icon shows someone walking by Corey's grave. This strange sequence of events leaves the Sanders fam unsettled, wondering if they've just witnessed something paranormal. Number 10. Is that a ghost in the window? This eerie video was posted to TikTok by Trina M. Ward. In the clip, Trina explains that she's outside the Martin house, a supposedly haunted location where nobody currently lives. According to Trina, a man once went mad in the home and tragically took the lives of his entire family. Locals claim to have seen the ghosts of the children in the house. As Trina was driving by, she spotted something in the second-floor window, a figure that looks like a child. Some viewers have also pointed out a larger figure standing behind the child, Several commenters warn that this could be more sinister than it seems. Shay Zombie writes, "Children's spirits don't stay on this plane. It's a demon trying to lure someone in. Don't be drawn in, or you might be the next person this house traps." This unsettling sight leaves viewers questioning the true nature of the figures in the window. Number 11. Is this the trail of a ghost? Posted to the r/ghosts subreddit, user Jenlyhab explains that her dad was filming a helium balloon floating around the house to scare her kids, but ended up capturing something else entirely. The video shows the balloon drifting in the corner of the room when suddenly a white unidentifiable object flies forward, followed by another swiftly swinging past. Jen's dad didn't notice the strange occurrence until watching the video later. Redditor Mr. Blistered Lips suggests that it could be a flash of reflected sunlight off a car outside, but Jen counters this by noting that the back deck overlooks a conservation area where no cars pass. While some viewers still insist it could be a reflection, others believe something is clearly moving in front of the camera. But is it paranormal? What's your wild guess? Personally, I'm leaning toward the first explanation. Number 12. Emma hesitates to enter her parents' room, saying she sees a man in there. When her mother asks her to point to where, Emma gestures towards the open, dark closet. The mother checks it out, but sees nothing, though she begins to feel a sense of unease that mirrors her daughter's fear. "What do you want, baby?" "Daddy." "Okay, let's go get Daddy," the mother says. But as Emma turns to leave, she freezes, too scared to move without her mother closely behind her. There's something unsettling and genuine about this moment. It seems like the mother felt something, too. Otherwise, why would she upload the video with the title, "2-year-old girl sees ghost again"? While more information is needed to draw any conclusions, I'd love to hear what you think. Was Emma sensing something her parents couldn't see that night?
What, baby? Want Daddy? Okay, go get Daddy.
Number 13. It's nearly midnight when this YouTuber makes the questionable decision to take a late-night motorcycle ride, completely unaware of the paranormal activity he's about to capture on camera. As he rides, he spots a figure dressed in white and suddenly feels unsafe and vulnerable. When he speeds away, he claims that the mysterious figure appears and disappears in his side view mirror. While I can somewhat see what he's talking about, the mirror is so dirty that it's hard to determine if this proves anything. Still, the fact that someone is out alone at midnight raises a lot of questions. They seem to be searching for something, which is undeniably eerie when you think about it. Number 14. What happens when the vandals targeting your shop turn out to be paranormal? In April 2010, a YouTuber named Old Phantom 13 published security footage after experiencing ongoing issues with break-ins and vandalism. To get to the bottom of it, they set up several cameras, and one of them captured something unexpected. If you watch closely at the beginning, you can see what appears to be a spirit or ghost. The video shows lockers inside the shop slamming shut, one after another, accompanied by repeated slamming noises off-screen. Then a wheelchair in the middle of the room slowly rolls from one side to the other. What do you think? Are these ghosts engaging in vandalism, or is this just another video being dismissed as fake, as some commenters suggest? It certainly looks convincing to me. Number 15. Dark Ghost is a Russian paranormal investigator who has been sharing his experiences on YouTube since May 2017. He has explored some of the most frightening locations in Russia to document evidence of ghosts and other strange phenomena. By popular demand, he returned to a house he had previously investigated, where he had received numerous responses from whatever might be haunting it. According to local legend, someone or multiple people are buried beneath the home. Upon entering, he finds furniture largely untouched, giving the impression that the house was abandoned in haste. Even the bed remains unmade. Shortly after his arrival, he receives his first sign that he is not alone. Loud knocks echo from the living room behind him. He ventures into the kitchen to investigate, where a door swings open on its own. The room beyond is cluttered with junk, containing a table and a bed frame, but there's no one inside. Notably, there is a trapdoor leading to the attic, which he decides to explore later after setting up his equipment. When he returns to the attic door, he finds it unlikely that anyone could be hiding up there, as the space is cramped, and the trapdoor can only be opened from below. For a while, nothing happens until he nears the end of an experiment, where he is using a camera to take rapid flashes. After the final flash, he hears a loud sliding noise from beneath the bed, causing him to retreat. When he gathers his courage to return, he notices that a box under the bed has been moved, evident from the disturbance in the dust on the floor. Moments later, he is startled by the same noise coming from a second bed to his left. Feeling the need to compose himself, he briefly steps outside before returning to the living room. After a period of silence, he heads back to the kitchen to retrieve another piece of equipment. Just then, an accordion on a side table suddenly begins to play, squeezing in and out, emitting haunting sounds. Overwhelmed, he rushes into the kitchen and shuts the door behind him. But whatever has been with him this entire time seems to follow, as the door swings open as if kicked. He kicks it back, seeking a response, and receives one. A door behind him rattles. Clearly terrified, he retreats outside, staying away for about an hour before deciding to return. Once back inside, he sets up a spirit box session, asking questions while a camera continuously captures images of him. After several minutes without a response, he finally hears what seems to be shuffling or whispering from beneath the bed next to him. When he asks if whatever is there can show itself, the wardrobe behind him opens on its own, though he doesn't notice at first. The spirit box responds with not enough strength, followed by to pass away. When he asks what it means, it replies, for you. This chilling response suggests a connection between the spirit's desire to manifest and its ominous reference to passing away. When he queries further, it ominously states, and you will see us. At this point, dark ghost fear is palpable, even behind his mask, as his anxious mannerisms become evident. After a moment of silence, he asks if it is still there, only to be met with an ear-piercing electrical scream.
Вы здесь? Вы здесь?
Realizing the situation has become too dangerous, he decides to end the investigation. It's clear that whatever remains in that house is unwelcoming and wants to be left alone.